Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. I just wanted to make a quick video. Hope you can hear me. I know I'm being quiet. Um, a video about something I heard this morning about I'll say Kilmar, although now they're calling him he has like three names, and then Garcia is his last name, but I guess he's Kilmar Abrego Garcia. I've been calling him Kilmar. That's I believe his first name, but whatever. I may go back and forth between Kilmar and Abrego. But okay, let me just do this. So what I heard was I saw a woman who knows El Salvador quite well and Bukele quite well, said that for years that Kilmar's father was in the police in El Salvador and was anti-corruption. So the family began to get targeted by Bukele's corrupt government, much like 45's. It's very similar government. They've been playing off each other, know each other. Clearly, they're in cahoots with each other. Kilmar's family, because his father was in the police, anti-corruption, began to get targeted. And that's why Kilmar had to come to America, because he was a political refugee. He fled persecution in El Salvador because his family was corrupt. So, 45 clearly, to me, he had clearly had a hit list. All these men that he rounded up super fast, they're all on a hit list that provided to him by Bukele. Now, did Bukele pay him? They're saying that 45 paid him to take these men and to do whatever they're doing to them, which is completely inhumane. No one deserves what's happening to them. No one. But clearly he was given a hit list by Bukele to get his political refugees that were anti-corruption against him, because he's corrupt. For entertainment purposes, everything I say is entertainment purposes only. But he clearly gave 45 a hit list. Now that makes me wonder what influence he had and has on our Bukele, on our government and our process, if you get my drift. And what money has been exchanged. Yeah, Kilmar Abrego Garcia was here in America, no criminal record, at least they said, for 14 years. Happy father, husband, no criminal record, not part of a gang. They proved, they did the investigation. Even 60 Minutes did an investigation. 75% of these men did not have a criminal record, were not part of a gang. So that's a lie. When they say that's a lie, you know how Pam Bondi can say with a straight face that they're criminals? It's because she's using the term criminals and gang members from Bukele, who considers them criminals against his thug regime, his corrupt regime. And they took them, these poor guys who are here as political refugees from that thug government in El Salvador. So you can't tell me there was not a hit list and that 45 probably was paid per body for entertainment purposes only. So it's very upsetting. This has all been, I mean, who am I to be upset? But it's very upsetting, because the thing is, who knows who's next? Who's next? This is across the world. I don't care what country, across the world, the way they treated these men, shaved them, dehumanized them, racked them up like objects together, shackled them, hurt them, brutalized them, and God knows what else. And just the way that they stuck them all together like objects, like unhuman objects, is horrifying. And even a prisoner who is convicted of a crime is treated better, gets a bed, a toilet, a cell, clothing, letters, food. What we're doing is inhumane. And I don't care if America's going to have corruption for entertainment purposes only. Maybe the world should step in and do something about this, because this is inhumane. This is horrible. Again, everything I say is for entertainment purposes only. So that's what I heard. And it makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense that his family, his father was a cop in El Salvador and became an object of political persecution by Bukele's corrupt government. And he had a hit list. I just keep getting it. He had a hit list, and 45 provided. He provided. Now again, Bukele, in case you don't know, had an illegal re-election, and he like dismantled his Congress and the laws there and the democracy there in El Salvador. And I believe, if I read correctly, he had an insurrection too. And 45 is like literally taken his playbook and done all of that here in America. It's insane. It's insane to see this. It really has to stop. Are we El Salvador now? You know, I used to say, are we Russia? But are we El Salvador? Is that what we are? Again, I'm just an intuitive. This is not fact. Just some insight for entertainment purposes only, but that's the information that I have. And okay, so Senator Van Hollen went down there. Cory Booker's going to go down with someone else, I don't know, tomorrow, the next day. I feel bad. Van Hollen went by himself, but maybe he wanted to go by himself. Fast, get it done, go. He went down there with a camera crew and one other person and was told, you can't see Kilmar, you can't talk to him. So we still don't know if he's alive. And he was told, you have to have the American embassy. So I guess the American embassy down there, he's going to have to talk to them, probably doing that as we speak. I pray for his safety. This is extremely like the guy, Jim, you know, God, Jim Ryan, who went down to Jonestown in Guyana, and Jim Jones, and he had a film crew, and he went down there because there were reports of people starving, having their bones were like showing in their body, and Jim Jones was really neglecting them while he ate. He had food, and people were basically like slaves for him, and major mistreatment of humans down there in Guyana, isolated. And so Jim Ryan went down there with Jackie Spear and film crew and began to see how jacked up this whole thing was and how jacked up Jim Jones was. And as a few people came out and said, yeah, we want to leave, we want to go, please save us, the narcissist and Jim Jones couldn't handle it, because just one person voting against 45, one person saying they don't like 45, well, that's, you know, Jim Jones, one person saying I want to get out of here. That was deep betrayal to the narcissist, deep narcissistic wound. And he went insane and basically said, well, here we go. Before Jim Ryan and crew gets back to tell the truth, we're going to kill them. So he sent his thugs out with guns, because they had guns, and tried to kill the entire entourage of Jackie Spear, Jim Ryan, camera crew, etc., and the people trying to flee, trying to go back to America. Killed Senator Ryan. Jackie Spear was injured, almost died, and other people died. So Van Hollen going down there is very much like Jim Ryan. In fact, they could be reincarnated. Two guys, very similar people, very similar situation. And I've said for years now, I think I said in 2016 or 17, well, almost the beginning of my channel, I did make a long video where I said, Frump is Jim Jones. Almost identical. So yeah, this is very much like that. It's a high corruption. Why did Jim Jones go to Guyana? It was to isolate these people, but also to extricate himself from legal troubles in America, because he tried for years to pay off the cops and legalities and politicians. And he finally said, you know what, I'm out of here. And he went down to Guyana. Now, one reason 45 has this happening down in El Salvador, well, he made a deal with Bukele, clearly, and I feel he's getting paid. But also, so it's not on American soil. I don't know about that, but that's just, anyway, I just wanted to give that information. It's awful. Cleanse myself of it. I pray this is resolved. How is this resolved? Well, you charge 45 with human rights violations. You bring these men back. Stop the illegal deportations. They're not gang members. They're not criminals. Just because they're criminals to Bukele does not mean they're criminals. They're not. We've proven that. The courts have proven that. No one is above the law, is what I just heard. No one. 45 is not above the law. It's gotten way out of hand. And all I can say is that that's what you have to do, is hold him accountable. And it's gonna be rough. It's like, I feel like here comes Easter, but it's gonna be rough. Do I feel like May will be better? I do. I feel like May will be better. I feel like April, as beautiful as it is, this is quite horrible, to be honest, and to be a human on this earth right now. So you do still have to take moments, find joy. I've been painting, and well, anyway, I just wanted to relay that information. There's a reason why all this is happening, and there's a rhyme and a reason. It's not randomly happening. There's a reason. This has been building up for a while. 45 clearly has connections to Bukele, and I think once the courts, I don't know why they don't know this already, why they haven't dealt with this already, but yeah, just thought I would relay this. Thanks for listening, you guys, and pray for Van Hollen and pray for Cory Booker. Will he still go down there? I just heard yes, he will. It's going to take, like I said yesterday, a wall of people to bring back these. You know what it is? If we don't bring or do something about this, it's going to get worse and it's going to spread. Something has to be done, or it's just going to get worse. So every little thing that they do helps justice and helps democracy, which is on the verge of completely disappearing. So pray for them. I pray they're safe, and pray for America. These are very, oh, and here's something we pray that I can find my birth certificate. I have been looking all over. I got a copy. You know, when you get married, and and I never have had my birth certificate ever, so I had to order one. And after my divorce, you know, everything gets called. You get all these letters from your lawyer and all this stuff, and then you have all these other things with your kids. And of course, I have paperwork everywhere anyway because I'm a writer. And I have prayed and I've looked everywhere, and I can't find my copy of my birth certificate. Now I need it because I now, to vote and to be a human being in this country. Also, I need to get my new driver's license. And to get a passport, I have to have my birth certificate. I can't find it. I know I have it somewhere. Is it in the study? Is it right next to me here in the study? Is it in my daughter's room? No, I mean, is it right next to me in this room where I am? Is it in the study, which is my daughter's room? Is it in my closet? Where is it? I prayed to St. Anthony, and I prayed and I prayed and prayed, and I found my kids' birth certificates, the copies, plus their originals, and I found their social security cards. So I have all their stuff, but I can't find mine, and this is very disturbing and distressing. So pray for me that I can find my birth certificate. Is it in this room? Is it in my daughter's room that used to be the study? Or is it just somewhere else in the house? It's got to be in here somewhere. Thanks for listening. You guys have a great day. Bye.